we're still here in front of my fireplace, now with a bonus cup of tea, to make some more videos. Hang on, let's check out this teacup. This is actually one of my favorite mugs. It belonged to my grandma, and it sums up my soul, really. Depressed cat with a balloon that says whoopee. I'm getting lipstick all over it. That's good tea. Anyway, recently somebody in my comments section asked me to talk about my self-publishing journey. I've never really thought about talking about it because I've never really felt like a huge success at the self-publishing thing. Yeah, I've got a book published out there, but at the same time it's not like hugely popular. I'm sorry if my focus is going in and out. My camera is trying to focus on the fire and me at the same time. Maybe I would put myself in front of the fire a little bit more. Then you guys don't get to see as much of the crackling fire, but maybe my camera will stay in focus. Also, a pile of newspapers used for starting fires, in case you're wondering what that attractive pile of garbage is about. Anyway, back to my self-publishing journey. Some of you may be aware that I have one self-published book at the time of filming this. It's called Phoenix, and you can purchase it now for your Kindle, or very recently we just started doing print versions. Links in the doobly-doo. Future me, you know your job. Get those links down there. But how did I do it and what were my experiences? And that's what I'm here to tell you today. And also what the title of this video probably implied to you already. So obviously my journey into self-publishing began with writing Phoenix, which is really a novella. It's a pretty short book, but that's okay. It's supposed to be. Naturally, I wrote Phoenix, edited a lot. I did not have a professional editor. I had my betas, who were mostly my friends, and my mother go through it many times. My mother went through it so many times looking for spelling and grammatical errors. She's my editor. She's not paid. She's awesome. Go Mom. But of course, even with all of this diligent combing through of the story, there are probably still a very few slight errors inside of it. But at this point, who cares? If one spelling error here and there ruins your reading experience, I don't know what to do with you. Anyway, I wrote it and I got it as edited as I possibly could. So much editing, you guys. At first, I wanted to try and go traditional publishing with Phoenix, but after shopping it around for a while, trying to get an agent, and at the time I was trying to publish it because it is old, it's like 2003, a lot more publishers were still accepting unagented submissions. So I sent it to a lot of publishers, I sent it to a lot of agents, and I got nothing but denials. Now this is fine. You guys who know me know that I have an incredibly durable soul, Nigel is here, and I can take a lot of rejection and a lot of critique, and I can take it in stride. But I was frustrated that while I was wading through all of these rejections, nobody was getting to read my book. And I wanted people to read it. That's why you write books. Mostly. That's mostly why I write books. I also write books so I don't go crazy, because if I didn't write, I would go crazy. I decided to pursue self-publishing, and Nigel decided to pursue hitting me in the face with his tail. He's doing quite well. At first, for self-publishing, because I wasn't as familiar with the routes for digital publishing at the time, I went with something called 48-hour books. I'm also an artist, and so I did the cover art myself, but obviously this is a little bit old. I've grown in skill since the creation of this one. This is the copy that 48-hour books churned out. Now I will say, for 48-hour books, they are very user-friendly. They get you your books like, these are the people. If you want your books right now, 48-hour books was a great way to go. And I was sick of waiting. I wanted some books, damn it, and I wanted to be able to have something on shelves. So this is the copy that we got from 48-hour books. I have a whole bunch of them still because this is first edition and I have made edits since then. We'll talk about that in a second. It looks pretty professional, it looks pretty polished. I do have an ISBN number, all of that. I am actually my own publishing company called Spinning Horse, and I have several ISBN numbers because of that, and so that's a thing. So I took my book around to local libraries and local bookstores with minimal success. The libraries were usually a bit more friendly, but the bookstores weren't terribly interested in trying to sell my book because you have to figure out commission and all of that stuff, and that's just a hassle for them, which is unfortunate, and it is an unfortunate side effect of self-publishing. It's going to be harder to find places to sell your physical books. And if you have a dream of seeing your book on bookstore shelves, that can be a little bit disappointing. And that's something that I needed to get over for myself, because I came to realize that that is not such a reality for my book right now. Not saying it won't be in the future, but not right now. However, it is in libraries, and I even did some book signings at my local libraries and some book readings. Not too many people came, but that's to be expected. What are you gonna do? After a while, I became more familiar with Amazon and CreateSpace and decided to publish my second edition, well, kind of third edition now, of Phoenix through CreateSpace. CreateSpace is pretty user-friendly, but it does take a long time to do it, and for a long time I only had digital copies out, because it is a lot easier to get it onto people's Kindles than it is to get print copies through CreateSpace. There's just a lot of fiddly stuff to do. However, very recently, and as of the filming of this, I have gotten this is a proof copy that I was sent to check it for errors. I have gotten the next edition of Phoenix is out. I love the new cover. It's pretty snazzy. The art is also by me. This time it's digital. I like it. And you can see I've got my little author picture on the back. Yeah, that's right. I drew that one too. Art. What do you want? I don't like the idea of other people designing my covers, which is an upside of self-publishing. If you want to design everything yourself like I do, self-publishing is the way to go. I don't know if you've noticed this, but every now and then you will see a book on a shelf where the cover is completely does not suit the book at all. And that is not the author's fault, that is the publisher's fault. If I want to make sure that my cover suits my book, then I can, because I'm self-publishing. Another big advantage to self-publishing is that you can go back in and edit your book whenever you damn well feel like it. You think you're ready for the next edition of your book? Make it happen. It's all on you. It's whenever you want to do it. You don't have to check with anybody. You are the fucking boss of your book. Nobody has taken your book or your rights to your book out of your hands. You have complete creative freedom with it when you are self-publishing, and I really like that. So not only do you get to put your book out on your schedule, but you get to have complete freedom with it. That sounds pretty awesome, right? Well, the downside to self-publishing is that nobody's going to promote your book for you. Unless you hire a professional to promote your book, which I can't afford to do, you have to promote it yourself. And unfortunately, I suck at that. It is something, like, I can write the books and I can get them out there and all of that stuff, but I am terrible at self-promotion. This YouTube channel is pretty much as good as it gets. I don't have any ins with any book bloggers. I don't know how to schmooze, you guys. I don't have a schmooze setting. I mean, I have my book on Goodreads and I talk about it often here on my channel, but other than having personally approached a few reviewers here on BookTube whom I respect to give me honest reviews, I really have not done too much in the way of self-promotion. So if you are really good at self-promotion, one, talk to me, give me some tips, help me please, and two, self-publishing might just be right up your alley. So that was my adventure in self-publishing with Phoenix, my first self-published work. If you would like to buy yourself either a print copy or a digital copy of Phoenix, comment below and let me know. If you are a critic and would like a free copy for honest review, also comment below and let me know. I'm totally cool with that, you guys. And some of you might be wondering what are my future plans for my future books. I have 2 books in the works right now, and at least one of them is definitely going to also be self-published. But the 3rd book in my published repertoire, I may try to go the traditional route again because it is a fairy tale retelling, and so it is a little bit more likely, it strikes me as a little bit more likely to be something that agents might be interested in or looking for. And if not, well, self-publishing is working for me. It gets my book out there and it gives me a lot of creative freedom. So I'll probably keep on doing it. What about you guys? Are you going traditional or are you self-publishing? Did this video help you decide a little bit? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. And I'll see you again next time with whatever we happen to be talking about next time. Bye!